I'm Brian Winnekins. We are at Commodity Classic, and thank you to our Commodity Classic sponsors as well, including BASF, Annabis Silo, the Animal Wellness Center in Buffalo Valley, Darylin Equipment Services, Plainview, Minnesota, and Woodville, Wisconsin, Wisconsin Corn and Soybean Growers Association, and BASF. Ashley Gaussman, your representative, Northwest Wisconsin. I'm with Paul Rhode. He's with the Waterways Council, and we're going to talk about the lock and dams system on the upper Mississippi River. And Paul, thank you for joining us. Well, in western Wisconsin, pretty important. We have Trempealeau, we have Dresbach, we have Elma, then there's Genoa, Prairie du Chien, there's up by Minneapolis, St. Paul. Lock and dam system really is important to the river and for our farmers. And it's done pretty well for almost being 100 years old.
Yeah, we've got 40 of them along the upper Mississippi. They are vitally important to transportation, being part of the multimodal transportation network. They were built during the Works Progress Administration, put people to work, and create a reliable transportation conduit, a river that works for all of us and moves the products that we use every day, and especially agricultural exports. It's a testament to the folks that built these locks and dams in the 30s and 40s that they're still in existence. They were designed for a 50-year, roughly, life, and we're going on now almost a century. And they are still operational, but we've got to address the needs, the operation and maintenance needs, the rehabilitation needs, and the issue of capacity, the modernization need, especially for the upper Mississippi and especially for Wisconsin corn and soybeans and the other products coming out of the state and going into Wisconsin.
That's, I think, we're in New Orleans, and I had a chance to see the port of New Orleans and the beginning, quote unquote, of the Mississippi River, and going up the river, we're going to have a lot of farm inputs coming down. We're going to have a lot of farm products, so it's very important, not just for farmers, but really for consumers as well.
Absolutely. Fertilizer, all the road salt that we use in the Midwest during the winter, petrochemicals, cement, steel, all kinds of construction materials, oil, coal. Anybody that flips a switch on the wall and expects the lights to come on, you're impacted by barge transportation, whether you're on the river or not. Barge rates set the rates for rail and truck, so it's the lowest cost provider for transportation, and it is really because there's so much tonnage that can be moved. It's amazing the comparisons between barge and rail and truck.
Talking with Paul Rhode with the Waterways Council. We've had WRDA, and it's something that was passed to help rehabilitate the lock and dam system. The barge owners have been paying extra money to help fund this, and for some reason, we just can't get projects done.
Yeah, Congress is great at authorizing bills, aren't they? It requires the slow and steady race of appropriations to get things done. But you made a good point. The WRDA bill from 2014 and before that, 2007. This past WRDA 2014 had some important reform measures in there so we can avoid the cost overruns that we've seen at other lock projects, especially the Olmsted Dam project, finishing that dam up on the Ohio River. The 9-cent increase into the diesel fuel user fee, which was unanimously and voluntarily asked for by the industry, on the condition that we know where the money's going and that we can actually finish projects and get them prioritized. The industry's been working with the Corps of Engineers on developing a national prioritization system so we can address this in a multi-decade approach. And that diesel fuel user fee increase of about 45% is going to help with that. But we've got to get the appropriations. We need to make our case with Congress and tell them that this industry is putting their money where their mouth is, quite literally, and we need the appropriations to match so that we're not leaving any of this Inland Waterways Trust Fund dollars on the table. We've got to make full use funding of the trust fund, and that is going to require increased appropriations.
And there's a lot of money that needs to be spent here on redoing our locks and dams.
Absolutely. We've got an $8 billion nationally dollar backlog, and in agriculture terms, we've been milking this cow and forgetting to feed her for decades and enjoying the benefits of this river system without putting in the investment. And this is what it is. It's not consumptive spending. It's an investment in our future transportation network. And the minute we take that for granted, is when we're going to be in danger of losing it.
Well, some busy times in Washington, and of course the political atmosphere right now makes this a lot more tougher. Good luck with trying to move all that through, Paul. We appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you. It takes a big grassroots effort, so all of your everybody needs to contact their members of Congress and let them know how important this river system is.
Paul Rhode with the Waterways Council. We are at Commodity Classic. I'm Brian Winnikins for Real Country 1430 WRDN.